What I said to our face, 71 out of 100. Okay, now. So now, today we are going to look at 4 stories. How many stories? Every church of a story now. Church 1 mkona story gani? Mnasema story yenu. Story yenu ni gani?
3 boys on fire.
Story yenu ni gani? Story yenu ni gani? Story yenu ni gani? So in all those stories, we are going to see how God is present. We are going to see how God is present. So we'll start with the story of the 4 lepers. It's a beautiful story from the Bible. And it's a story that tells us about 4 lepers. How many lepers? 4 lepers that were seated outside the gate. Walikuwa wamekaa nje ya gate. Na unajua nini? Walikuwa na njaa. Hebu ambia rafiki yako, walikuwa na njaa. Walikuwa na njaa. Sijui hata kama walikuwa wanalia kwa sababu ya njaa. Na kwa sababu ya njaa, mmoja wao akatoa idea. Akasema, tukikaa hapa tutakufa. Tukikaa hapa tutafanya nini? If we stay here, we are going to die. We are going to do what?
To die.
What if we go to the Assyrians camp? Because we have enemies, and our enemies are the Assyrians. Assyria was a great kingdom that had great weapons. Na walikuwa na soldiers, muscles, and they were feared. But these lepers of Assyria, they could not stand, they were just going and going, and as they were going, hey, something happened. Wakati walikuwa wanaenda, the Assyrians, wao wanajitayarisha, wanaweka makali kwa visu zao na spears, alafu wanatengeneza hot stew, wamepea chakula. As they were doing that, wakasikia sauti ya a great army approaching with chariots and lots of horses. And they said, hey, wait, what's eh? Hey, a lot of soldiers are coming and we are not safe. We are not safe. Let's run. They ran and ran. It's not a lot of soldiers. Who is coming? Who was coming? Who was coming? How many lepers? 4. Only 4 lepers. Imagine unatoroka unaogopa a leper, mtu hajui kutembea vizuri. Si ni funny, si ndio? Is it funny? But do you know what had happened? God was you people, God was present. God was present. God was present. God was present. It is God who made that plan. So that as the 4 lepers will be approaching, they will hear the sound of a great army approaching. And now do you know what? Yes. The 4 lepers wakafika. Hey, wakafika. Wacha niwaonyeshe. Wakafika. Na unajua walikuwa na nini? Walikuwa na njaa, hawakuwa na mkate, walikuwa na njaa. They were too hungry. That's why they were going to risk their life. Na kufika hapo, wakapata zile vyakula zenye the soldiers walikuwa wametayarisha. Because they were afraid, they did not even carry anything. Hata zile kuku walikuwa wamefry. Zile chapo zilikuwa, zile mandazi. The 4 lepers were satisfied. They were satisfied. Yani walipata kila kitu. Si chai peke yake na chakula. They got everything. And the 4 lepers said, for sure, God is present. For sure God is present. And for sure God was present for them. Because God knew that they needed food, and because they were friends to God, God could not let them go. He had to have a plan so that they get satisfied. Now that is story number one. So in the story number one, we have seen that God is present. Story number one, God is present. Story number one is in the page. Now story number two. Number two ni hapa. Daniel in trouble. Everyone say Daniel in trouble. Daniel in trouble. Daniel in trouble. Have you ever been in trouble? Who has ever been in trouble? Who has ever been in trouble? Pengine ulikuwa unaiba sukari alafu ikamwagika yote ikakumwagikia mpaka kwa uso. Is that trouble? Yes. Is that trouble? Yes. So what ujumbe yuko tayari? Moja ziko huko zingine huko, you can't think of it. That is trouble, is it? Now Daniel was in trouble. Daniel was in trouble. Not just trouble, but great trouble. Great trouble. Listen to the story. Listen to the story. Now, some friends do not like Daniel. As he was working in Babylon, some people were contender, and because of that, they made a plan. They made a plan. And it was, to them, it was a good plan. But to Daniel, it was a bad plan. It was a very bad plan. They say, no. It's a secret, so don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. I don't want to show. I don't want to show this plan. I don't want to show. Don't up to your mother to the plan. The plan. Are you listening? Yes. This is the plan. Now, because Daniel almost prayed how many times a day? 3 times. And we know so very well when he prayed. And we know how he does it. He prays in the morning. He prays in the afternoon. Also he prays in the evening.
También natoroka saa hii.
Babylon. He always prays every day. Every day he prays. So, this is the plan. Since he is not our friend, and the king is giving him a lot of favors, we are going to lie to the king, so that the king will pass a law. And what will the law say? That anyone who worships any other god should be put in a den of lions. Who has a pet called lion here? Anyone with a pet called lion? Anyone with a pet? A lion is a pet. Who has a pet? A lion. Are lions friendly? Are they friendly? No. So, anyone who disobeys the king, if you disobey that law, you will be thrown in the den of lions. And then, that's a secret, okay everyone? That's a secret. And now, they went to the king, and the king passed the law. Without knowing that they were laying Daniel into a trap. And then as usual, Daniel was going to his room and doing what? And praying. Daniel there in the morning, praying. In the afternoon, praying. In the evening, doing what? Praying. And then Daniel heard about the law. Hey Daniel, maybe Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego told him, Daniel, now you people pretend you are Daniels. Now when I say Daniel, you say, eh? Daniels. Yes. Daniel. Yes. Daniel. Yes. Daniel. Yes. Have you not heard? Have you not heard? What? The king has just passed a law that, hey, if anyone worships any other god, he will be put into the den of lions. Now Daniel, you are not even surprised. Daniel, okay, but as the king passes the law, Daniel, I will do what? I will not worship any other idol, any other god. I will pray to my God. And Daniel was there in his room, praying. In the morning, in the afternoon. And Daniel, pray with me now. Let's pray in the afternoon. In the evening, in the morning again, in the afternoon, in the evening. One day, they say, today is the day to trap him. Today is the day. We know it's time. We are just going to the room, and then immediately I knelt down. we will hold him. Hey, we got you today. We got you now. And we will take him to the king. And then they made that plan and went to Daniel. And when they got to the room, they found Daniel doing what? They found Daniel praying as usual. And there they got hold of Daniel and took Daniel to the king. And reminded the king, hey king, you remember the law? You remember the law, king? Yes, I remember. What was it? Oh. Yeah. No one should pray to any other god. And what is it about? Hey king, we found your friend. We found your friend. Your friend Daniel. He was praying to other gods. Then the king, because the king was a friend to Daniel. He was a great friend to Daniel. And he did not want to harm Daniel. But he had already passed the law. Nothing else could be done. So the king said, okay, do as the law says. What does the law say? What does the law say? Sheria ilikuwa inasema aje? Mtu akitoka mjini anafanya nini? Anatupwa kwa ati tundu. Tundu la simba. And Daniel there, he was taken up na akarushwa kwa tundu la nini? La simba. And when he got there, what do you imagine the lions would do to Daniel? What do you think the lions would do to Daniel? Hey, angekuwa tu kabla afike chini. And you know the lions ilikuwa zinakaa bila chakula sana, ndio watu watuko hapo. Akifika tu chini hivi, lion moja inarukia mkono, tich, inaenda naye huko. Ingine inachukua kichwa inaenda huko, ingine mguu. But with Daniel, something happened. Wakati Daniel alifika tu kwa shimo, lions zikaanza kusmile. Now you people are lions, eh? Hebu mwanze kusimile Daniel na kusmile. Look at these lions today. They are just smiling to me. And they drew me here to be eaten by these lions. The lions were friendly to Daniel. The lions were friendly to Daniel. The lions were friendly to Daniel. And in fact, they started playing with Daniel as if they were his pets. Why do you think that happened? You people, why did that happen? Why did that happen? God was present. Tell your friends, God was present. God was present. Like these friends are not getting it. Can you shake them a little bit? God was present. God was present.
God was present.
It's because God was present that Daniel was saved. It's because God was present, Daniel
God was present.
Now, thank you.
God
Let's
was
go to story number.
present.
Story number 3.
Read it. 3 boys.
Yes, David and Goliath now. Oh, it's here. David and Goliath. Everyone say. David and Goliath. Now, this is what you're saying. David is a sharp voice. Goliath is soft. Alright, David, 1, 2, 3, go. David and Goliath. Now, our story number 3 is David and Goliath. It's David and Goliath. This one is always another interesting one. Now, this David is just a shepherd boy. He's just a what? A shepherd boy. A shepherd boy kazi yake anafanya nini? Kazi yake ni kuchunga mbuzi ama kondoo. And David yeye alikuwa anachunga kondoo. It happened at times. At times akichunga kondoo na kijiti yake, lions could come. What could come? Lions. And not only lions, but bears. But also what? But was David afraid? Was David afraid? David could not be afraid of those things because he was brave. He was Pray. And he knew that he was not alone. He was with someone. Anytime they came, he would chase them away or even kill them. But now this one day, how many days? 1 day. On this side, how many days? 1 day. 1 day. The daddy to David was called? Baba yake David alikuwa anaitwa nani? Jesse, si ndio? So Jesse akaambia, hello David. Hey David. David. Yes. You say yes, Daddy. David. Yes, Daddy. David. Yes, Daddy. I want to send you to see your brothers. You remember that your brothers are fighting? And your brothers are fighting with the Philistines. Are fighting with who? Philistines. So I want you to go check on your brothers. But when you go check on your brothers, please give them this lunch. You go with this lunch, give them so that they can gain more strength. Okay, David? And David said, yes, Daddy, I will be going. And in fact, David was so happy. He was excited. Yes, I'm going to see the war. Yes. Simnapenda war, sindio? David was so happy that he was going to see people fight. So he went down to the valley, and finally he got to the battlefield. Hey! And immediately he got there. What he saw was amazing. He saw a great man called Goliath. Called who? Goliath. Hey! And this man was huge. He was tall. Akikanyaga chini hivi, ground ilikuwa ina shake. Akikanyaga ilikuwa ina shake aje? And when David got there, akasikia Goliath anaongea anasema, hey Israelites, who is going to fight me today? Wakati huo, the Israelites walikuwa wanaongozwa na king alikuwa anaitwa Saul, with the brothers of King David and lots of soldiers. Kusikia hivyo, who is going to fight that thing, that hey, where is it? I am not here. Who do they want me to fight?
The Goliath.
Who do they want us to fight?
Goliath.
Goliath. Of all people, Goliath. Okay? Goliath. They want us to fight Goliath. The Israelites were so afraid of Goliath. They were afraid that even no one was ready to face Goliath. No one. Instead, they ran away. But this time, a small boy comes. A small boy. Imagine, was he a soldier? No. Was he a soldier? No. He was just a shepherd. Just a shepherd.
Just a shepherd.
Then now David tells his brothers, hey bro, why are you running? Hey, young boy, shut your mouth. That's a giant. Just look at him. But I can fight him. I've been fighting a lion, a bear. Funga mdomo. But what can you fight? You fight that guy. But David was serious about it. He said, take me to the king now. Take me to the king
now.
I want to fight who?
Goliath.
Hey, you people, I want to fight who?
Goliath.
I want to fight Goliath. Take me to the king. And they said, okay, if you insist, come, let's go to the king now. And David was taken to King Saul. And when he was taken to King Saul, the soldiers ambao walikuwa na King Saul wakacheka. Hebu angalia. Wanasema hapa. Unajua wanasema aje? Akikatana kupigana Goliath. David went before the king and told the king, hey king, David says that he is going to fight Goliath. Then because the king, all his soldiers were afraid, and even the king himself was afraid, he said, okay, let's try it. And then they gave him his attire, the armor. akavalishwa hizo homa, akapewa ile damu shield na akapewa sword. Alafu akajaribu. Let me go now. And he fell down. He could not go with the armor because he was the armor gave us together and he told King Saul, I will not go with the armor. I have an armor. I have a what?
An armor.
And my armor is
God.
My armor is God. I'm going with my armor. Kitabu nimezoea na ukimawe nimezoea kupiga bea nazo. I just go with them. And then David down the valley. This time he's going to fight who?
Goliath.
He's going to fight who?
Goliath.
Down he went, down he went, down he went. And he got to the valley. He got to the
Valley.
And this time Goliath comes. And as usual, Goliath and the Philistines wanajua, immediately Goliath is going to ask, who is going to fight? They will run away. So hata twende tufuate tu Goliath, but tunajua leo hakuna vita. They will run away as usual. So Goliath he comes. Now in fact akikuja, everyone knew that he is coming. Because when he stepped down, the earth trembled. Because he was huge. So he comes. And when he comes, he asked again, hey, who is going to fight me today? Choose one. And this time, no one runs. And a small boy comes, marches forward. And this boy is? David. Hey, who is this boy? David. David marches along. And as he comes, Goliath looks at, hey, huyu mtoto ni wa nani? Now he's referring to David. Huyu mtoto ni wa nani huyu? Israelites, is this your boy? Please take him out of the battlefield. But was David lost?
No.
Was David lost?
No.
He was coming to do what?
Fight.
He was coming to fight. And then David approaches Goliath and tells him, hey Goliath, you've been demeaning the God of the Israelites. You have been abusing the God of the Israelites. But today, which day?
Today.
Which day?
Today.
Today. Which day?
Today.
Today. You will know that in Israel there is a God. In Israel there is a God. In Israel there is a God. And immediately, Goliath akatoa ile kofia yake. Now look at this boy. What is it telling me? And at that time, David had a sling and a little stone, and he round and round and round, and he shot to Goliath. And the stone hit Goliath. And what happened to Goliath? Yeah. Goliath fell down. Goliath did what? Yeah. Why did David do that? Why did he do that? Because God was present. Because God was present. David only came in the name of God. He did not have any weapon, only a stick and some stones. Are those weapons? Hizo ni za nyonde za kupiga birds, si ndio? Na kamtiti ya kupiga kondoo, si ndio? Could you go to fight with a policeman with a stick? Is that possible? No. Utadushiwa. Aya. So it is because God was present with David. So our topic today is God is present. God is present. Now can we go to our last story? Yes. Can we go to our last story? Yes. It's on this tent. Now the last story this tent is 3 boys in fire. Hey, nani ashaichomeka na uji? Ama kiberiti? How was it? Ilikuwa aje? Now, in the fourth story, we are talking about 3 boys. How many boys? 3 boys. Si walichomeka na uji ama kiberiti. Walichomeka na nini? They were inside the fire. They were where?
Inside the fire.
Now, these boys are Shadrach, Meshach, and
Abednego.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The king Nebuchadnezzar passes a law, and this is the law. hey, all people in Babylon, you will not worship any other thing but the idol that I have made. The statue. Where is statue? Kuja. You come. You. I want you to be our statue. You statue. You stand here. So now see our statue there. I'll send you out when it's statue. Okay, so there is the statue. Here is the statue. King Nebuchadnezzar has just made a statue after Daniel interpreted a dream that meant something else. But here, akasema now, because I am the king of Babylon and the king, the only king in the world, the most powerful king, I am going to make a statue so that everyone will worship what? This statue. So a law was passed that when the trumpet sounds, everyone should bow to them. Especially our watu wa historia ni gani hapa? Hawa watu wa Daniel sijawasikia. When the trumpet sounds, what should happen? Everyone should bow to their statue. And there the sound went. Now, trumpet, let the trumpet 1, 2, 3, go. The trumpet went. And when the trumpet sounded, that trumpet is enough now. When the trumpet sounded, lots of people, almost everyone bowed to the statue. But how many boys?
3 boys.
How many boys?
3 boys.
3 boys. 3 boys remained standing. And you know what? If you did not bow to the statue, hey, something was to happen to you. You are to be thrown into a fiery furnace. Unajua fiery furnace? Fiery furnace, ukiweka chuma ina melt. Ukiweka kijiko inakuwa uji. Ukiweka nini ingine, nyundo, hama, hiyo hama inakuwa uji. Hiyo ni moto mzuri. It's too hot. So when people saw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego standing, watu wakashangaa, hey, wewe, hawa wako na akili mzuri. Wewe, sambia watu wainame. Wainamisha, hata ushike kitu uteremshe chini. Nini shida yao? King Nebuchadnezzar, we see them. Shut up. Meshach. They don't know what. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, even after being told that, we are not going to bow to any other. We are not going to bow to a statue. We know that there's a God in the statue. This is not what we have been taught by our parents. All time long, we know that there's only one God who is in heaven who we should worship. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they did not bow. And King Nebuchadnezzar was sad, very sad. Can you people get angry? He was so angry that angepata mtu angetafuna na meno. And he ordered, hey, who are those that have not bowed to my statue? Let them be brought to me. Let them be done what? And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were brought to the king. And the king asked, wait, boys, what's wrong with you? Why are you not bowing to the statue? And they told the king, hey, king, we are not careful enough. See, we don't care about this statue. We cannot bow to a statue. We know there is a God in heaven. There is a God in heaven. And the king akakasirika, hey, soldiers, make that fiery furnace 7 times hotter. 7 times. And it was made 7 times hotter. And then he ordered that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be thrown into the fiery furnace. And they were taken, thrown in the fiery furnace. But you know what happened? Hey, the soldiers that All the saints close to the fire, they died. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were singing. Mungu wetu ni wa ajabu.
Mungu wetu ni wa ajabu. Mungu wetu ni wa ajabu. Mungu wetu ni wa ajabu.
Mungu wetu.
Mungu wetu ni wa ajabu. Mungu wetu ni wa ajabu. Mungu wetu ni wa ajabu.
Kaniweka wapi?
Kanitoa chini kaniweka kati kaniweka juu.
Mungu wetu ni wa ajabu. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were just singing and going round the fire. And as the king was watching, he saw something else. Hey, soldiers, did we only throw 3 men in the fire? But why can I see another one who looks like the Son of God, the Son of Man? And then the king said, whoa, now, and hey, soldiers, wait, soldiers! You say yes, sir. Soldiers!
Yes, sir.
Soldiers!
Yes, sir.
Soldiers!
Yes, sir.
Hey, and why are these people walking in the fire? We had tied their hands. No ropes on their hands. They're just singing and clapping their hands. What is happening, soldiers? Something was happening. Who was present?
God.
God was?
Present.
This one is so much interesting. Now, Jesus himself, who? When he saw that his children were being thrown into the fiery furnace, Jesus said, no. Jesus said, no. I will not let my 3 boys who are faithful to me, who are my good friends, to get burnt in the fire. I, Jesus, am going now. I am going now. And immediately, as they were thrown into the fiery furnace, Jesus was there with them. Jesus was there with them. And in fact, Jesus made the fire too cold. That Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they felt like, hey, wait, Shadrach, this place is too cold. Wewe watu wakiimba kwa moto, unafikiria wanasikia joto? They were safe because they were with Jesus. They were with who? God was
present.
God was
Present.
God was
Present.
I thought you can just sit down. Now, all those stories are showing us how God can be present to us. Just the same way God was present with Daniel when he was in the lion's den. Do you believe God can be present to us now?
Yes.
Do you believe that God can be present to our troubles now?
Yes.
Do you believe God can be present when mommy and daddy don't have money to pay school fees?
Yes.
God is present. I want us to do our memory verse. From which book was it?
Psalms chapter 46 verse 1. It says, God is our refuge and strength, and have been troubled.
God is our refuge and
Strength.
and a very
Present.
a very
Present.
present help in
Trouble.
now. The 3 boys, were they in trouble? Were they in trouble? Daniel, was he in trouble? The 4 lepers, were they in trouble?
Yes.
And David, was he in trouble?
Yes.
But what did God do? What did God do? In all those cases, God was present with his people. God was present with his people. God was there with the 3 Hebrew boys in the fire. God was with Daniel in the lion's den. God was with the 3 lepers as they were hungry. God was with David as he was fighting who? As he was fighting who? Now when we are sick, is God present with us?
Yes.
Yes. In any trouble that we are going to be as children, as mommies, daddies, sisters and brothers, God is going to be present. God is going to do what?
Present.
No matter how far he is from us. In fact, we've never seen him. But he assures us that he is going to be present. He's going to do what?
Yes.
Now, don't go to anyone in this world. It is only God who can help our trouble. It's only God who can help our... And he is going to surely do it. He is going to faithfully do it. No matter who, no matter your friends know how to play wale tunaenda shule. Sisa zingine tunanga friends, ndio? Sisa zingine we don't have friends. No one wants to play with us. But you know what? You know what? If no one wants to play with you, there is someone who is present. Who is that? God. Who is that? God. Who is that? God is present. Now, I want us to learn a song as we finish. A memory verse song. A song from a memory verse. What does a memory verse say?
God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble.
God is our refuge and strength. Let's read again.
God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble.
God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in
Trouble.
Now my song is getting long. Okay, I can't get the song now. I'll teach you in the afternoon. But as we finish, this is what I want us to do. This is what I want us to do. Everyone, I want you to say, God is present. He is here today. God is present.
God is present. He is here today.
Okay, girls wanasema God is present. Boys mnasema He is here today. Girls, 1, 2, 3, go.
God is present. He is here today.
Okay, these boys of this church, boys in this church, Kitengela East SDA church, you are letting me down. You are letting me down. Let me see all the boys, raise up your hands. All the boys, daddies, uncles, and brothers, raise up your hands. Elder, they know mkono wako. Aya, now, kumbe boys, we are so few. We are so few, but we have strong voices, okay boys? Now boys, kulu kwa nyuma kuna boys. Aya, boys, nataka tuseme, He is here today. Okay, boys, ongeza sauti. He is
God is present.
God
is present. God is present. He is here today.
Now, 3 times bila kusimama. 3 times bila kusimama. 1, 2, 3, go, girls.
God is present. God is here today. God is present. He is here today. God is present. He is here today.
Haya, sasa boys, alafu sasa boys tusaidie. Haya, pia mami sasa wanasaidia boys. Mommies and boys, girls, brothers and aunties. Not brothers, girls, aunties and sisters. Haya, so boys, God is present, boys and mommy. 1, 2, 3, go.
God is present. He is here today. God is present. He is here today. God is present. He is here today.
Haya, okay, now, so as we finish our sermon, everyone I want you to be very attentive now as we finish. All mouth shut. All mouth shut. Good. Now, as we finish, I want us to know that God is present. God is present. Whether you are at school, know that God is
Present.
God is present with you when you're sitting down there and the teacher is teaching you. God is present when some friends don't like you. God is present when some people don't want to play with you. God is present when some hate you. You have a friend, a very great friend that is called, and let me tell you, he is a friend who will do what?
Never.
Can you say never?
Never.
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 He is a friend who will never leave you. Other friends will leave you, but God will never. God will
Never.
He has been with lots of people in the Bible. He has helped lots of people. Now we have seen 3-4 stories in the Bible. Do you believe that God can also be with you? Do you believe God can be with you? I want us to be friends to God. I want us to decide today that we are going to be friends to God, because when you're a friend to God, you don't have anything to lose. You only have to gain and gain and gain. Even when people get against you, you have God on your side. Even when Satan wants to put you in trouble, God is helping you. Now, together with me, how many say that today I want to be a friend to Jesus and I want God to be present forever and ever in my life? Let's stand up and pray. Shut your mouth as you pray. Shut your mouth as you pray together. Hello? Pray this prayer after me. Let's pray. Dear Jesus.
Dear Jesus.
Thank you.
Thank you
For being present
for being present
today.
today.
Dear Jesus,
Dear Jesus,
I want to be your friend.
I want to be your friend
From now till you come again. My friend Jesus,
My friend Jesus,
be with me.
be with me.
Be present.
Be present
When I'm at school,
when I'm at school,
at home, at church, and everywhere. Be my Jesus.
Be my Jesus
And my friend.
and my friend.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus,
For you're going to do it.